for posting that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, yep. So that's an interesting first placement by James. Maybe he's going to try and cluster in the corner there for a little bit.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. If you put a rock, I would have immediately gone central with that rock placement, and just built something up around the center, because you don't want to have to go toward Evan. Evan wants to come toward. James wants Evan to come towards him. So if he meets him in the middle, breaks up the formation early. I'm a little bit dubious about that placement in the top left-hand corner there. I mean, it is hard to avoid clustered rocks because, I mean, you get to dictate that.
Yeah.
But I would have just immediately gone for the center.
The one thing it does give him is with collision detector and Captain Ewell, you can sort of pick your angle. That aside from the stress component, which you're not afraid of that much, it gives you more maneuvering options while castling in. Yeah. Evan's got 2 lanes that he has to come through, but Yor can break out in almost any direction he chooses.
True. So he ignores. So the collision detector ignores criticals, right? So
Correct.
you just drive over.
You drive over it, and the only thing you're going to take is a stress, and you can even land on it and still shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is just Parva down. So I definitely think James is going to be deploying in the top left-hand corner. Yep, there we go. So that's interesting. Yeah, I think he can just absolutely bump for a long time. I've never really seen a rebel fair ship just kind of castle and bump. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but Evan hasn't left him open to do that. Left himself open to do that, so we will have to see him going toward the opponent. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think James is going to bump until the ample opportunity and strike and try and just win on, like, maybe by 14 points?
I think that's definitely an option. We'll see how he places his ships. He's going for the castle.
Of course.
He wants to wait. He wants to see.
Or maybe not.
He can still do it with Whisper. There's a couple different ways that you can castle with Whisper Omega. It's harder than Defenders. Okay. Defenders, it's a very simple configuration to just keep everything in place.
Yeah, absolutely.
With Whisper, it can sometimes be a challenge. So what you can do here is Omega can do a 1 hard, and then Yor sort of keeps just about castling.
Yeah.
So part of the challenge is Omega Leader needs to do an action to bank the evade.
Yeah.
Whereas the other versions of the aces don't have that problem.
Yep. So what you do a stop maneuver with Yor, then you 1 hard with Omega, then you 1 forward with Yor, and bump still, and then you can probably just keep in the corner.
And you've gone almost nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You've also got the option of decloaking with Whisper to help
the castle.
Help the castle,
Yeah. I think James needs to make sure that he doesn't get too hungry too early, because then he can kind of lead himself into a position where, he is in an issue, he is in a bad position. But he also needs to balance that with being able to remove a ship off the board. And I think that will be what this comes down to. I think we'll have to see some extremely careful ace play. But we'll also have to see some extremely careful kind of positional play from the Rebel team, from the Rebel squad, because if he doesn't catch any of these ships in arc, then there won't be anything removed. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges for something like this. I used to love playing swarms. I played Zizor Swarm for a long time, so Zizor and 5Z95s. That was my favorite 2015 squad. I think the most fun that I had was trying. We've got a barrel roll with Omega, not banking the evade. Probably doesn't matter at this stage. My favorite part of that was guessing where these aces would go, spreading the arcs, but also having to maintain a range 1 component with Zizor being able to hand off damage. So he hasn't. I mean, the asteroid placement is a little bit more open than James, I think, would like. So Evan probably has more of an opportunity to spread out those arcs and still kind of maintain cohesiveness.
Yes.
But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I think we're just going to. Oh no, bit of a spatial drift there. But yeah, look. Now Echo can two bank. Sorry, not two bank. It can. Here we go, Ziesel Swarm. That's right, Seb. I have to mention it at least once per match. So Whisper can decloak to the left there to keep Yor in the corner.
Yes.
With Omega just doing, say, a 2 forward
Yes.
to finally bank that evade token. Do you think, Ryan, that Evan will just keep going forward or try and get past, like, turn right past this first asteroid here? He'll have to do at least another 2 forward.
Yes.
To get everyone past with like a 2 turn the next turn. Do you think that's the move, or do you keep going forward?
I think you keep going forward. You've got a lot of space to move. Once you get past the 2 rocks above the Cloud City, Evan's list can take stress. Potentially you can fly over the debris if you need to, if that gets you the best positioning.
Sorry, Casey's just commented there. Valen Rudor is usually it's saved for Imperial Propaganda Radio podcast, Casey. I can't bring him out too often. He's too special. So as you said, Ryan, it looks like he is going to do what you predicted. So he's going to go through the 2 asteroids in the the bottom left-hand side of the screen.
Yeah.
So I guess he'll take the slow approach of going around the asteroid field, but that's probably what James wants. See, this is the thing. I wouldn't have done a 3 forward there because, say, now he has to go forward.
Yes.
He's not able to cut in right toward where James goes, which means James is going to be able to cut through the asteroid field and really, really kind of take the initiative there, so to speak. You just got to keep the shuttle out of the fight, I guess. Yeah, so this is the thing. Now, Whisper's about to cloak, do a 2 forward decloak and then a 3 bank and just get in behind this swarm and just absolutely tear it to shreds. Or you know what I mean. And Evan's going to have to wait. I think the 2 forward there, the 3 forward there was a little bit too quick.
At this point, does he just commit to removing Palp?
Yeah.
As the one ship that he can sort of reliably assume will be nearby once he gets around the rocks?
I would say so. So the thing is, if he removes Captain Yor, even half of Captain Yor pays for Captain Rex. So I think that would probably be the thing to do, and just kind of he wants to remove Captain Yor, and Evan wants to make it as hard as possible for James to remove, say, Lorik or Jess or Biggs.
Yes.
Which I think he is definitely capable of doing. He can probably just let Captain Rex go and not blow any of his resilient technology on it, like selflessness or draw their fire.
Yes.
Probably just let it go, and then pay for that via Captain Yor. He's just got to be careful late game that nothing else gets removed. What are the thoughts on the stream, on the comment, on the people watching? If you were in James's position, who would you be prioritizing? If you were in Evan's position, would you just gun it for Captain Yor? Give us some feedback. I'd like to hear what you guys are thinking.
He's having to think about what to do with Whisper. I mean, he's got a lot of options. I agree with your point that a 2 forward and a turn would be a really good decision. He does have the option to decloak away and just wait another turn, just see where everything goes. The
thing is, if he 2 forwards and then 3 banks to our left, then he can get one of the fire control system triggers. And then he can kind of be out of it anyway. Like, he can duck in and duck out pretty quickly. Whisper has so much maneuverability. She's absolutely incredible. I would be doing that. I'm not sure. See, I think Evan has to reveal a straight maneuver again. Because a bank with, say, Biggs might put him a little bit close to the rock. It's hard to tell from this angle.
Yes.
But I think it has to be another 2 forward, which is interesting. So if Whisper, say, 2 forward, 3 banks, probably clip Biggs with a shot.
Yeah.
That'd be my thing. So Cal, or Call Me Babs. So Call Me Babs says Pauper's super useful and the most likely thing to get an arc. That's exactly right. So it looks like James has gone for the 2 forward. I'm hoping that I've picked the move because that just makes me feel super good.
Yeah.
What have we got here? Turning away. Okay.
Right. So he's decided he doesn't like any of this engagement. Go back, reset, try again later.
Interesting. Very interesting. He might be gunning there for a K-turn, so he can kind of K-turn the entire swarm. Probably next turn go for a stop with the shuttle just to see what's going on. If he K-turns, though, he doesn't leave himself very open to turning left in the subsequent turn, and Omega Leader can probably just flank.
Yeah.
That's the issue with this thing. Like, what are you going to do? You're already opening yourself up to flanks. I really do think that the 2 forward there, it should have been a 2 forward last turn when it was a 3 forward.
Yes.
Because then he could have prevented that 2 forward 3 bank with Whisper. Whisper would have had to play a lot more conservatively. But I mean, we're in the commentary room and we get to watch it from a de-stressful environment.
Yeah, this is a very stressful game for these guys. It's a tough team and it's on stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think that the 3 bank... I don't think the 3 bank gets a range now for Whisper on
I don't believe so. But it, as you said, it just puts him in such a great position.
Yeah.
Omega's just getting set up to...
Or just a 2 bank. I was close. I was on the right.
Yeah.
All right, I get it. Seb, make fun of my grammar. I'm an Aussie bogan, mate. I can't do much about it. All right. What do you reckon, Ryan? K-turn?
I think that's their best option. I mean...
What else is he going to do? If he doesn't K-turn, then it's 2 to 3 more turns before he gets around that asteroid.
Yeah.
Whisper is just decloaking 2 forward, chasing you, getting free shots, which is absolutely not what you want.
Lorik doesn't have a K-turn though, does he?
One moment.
I don't believe he does. Yeah. The thing is, though, he can lead him on this goose chase.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, so he can lead him on this goose chase.
Yes.
That is a really good dial for the Top Gun ship.
Yes.
That is an incredible dial.
He could 5k everything and then 1 bank with Lorik. And then 2 hard the following turn. But
You've broken formation and you've not even fired a shot. You're already giving a big advantage to James.
Exactly. Yeah. So James can just consistently flank. However, as I was saying, Evan can lead James on this goose chase and really try and protect Captain Rex because that's the easiest MOV to secure for James.
Yeah.
And then he could probably, really probably just try and spread out the damage as much as possible, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the safest bet.
He's got a reasonable chance in final salvo with the fair ship. I think he still beats.
I think he wins that.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's 4, 6, 9 against 3, 6, 9, 11. So mathematically,
Yeah.
he should win that. Did we just have an issue with the timer? Is that what I...
Oh, so the time is off just a little bit. It's given too much time.
Oh, okay.
There's more time left in the round than what you can see on stream.
Sure. Okay. No worries. But the players can still see a normal timer?
Different timer.
Yep.
Completely
Okay,
different timer.
Cool. So guys, just ignore the stream timer there. We've got a live timer up on the actual event in the room. Yeah, so what's the stream saying? I think we just had a comment about not enough room.
They're vying for space.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right, so Mechanical Ocelot's just joined us on stream, on chat. Welcome.
Oh, that's tight. He's done it.
but it's good.
My goodness.
Wow.
Okay, so he had 2 turns to get around the rock, but that's probably all right. See, that's the thing. He left himself in a poor position there. However, I would not have done that with the shuttle because that will get jousted and killed, unless he can kind of evade, like maybe a 3 bank to our right next turn with the shuttle to try and get away.
Yes,
But I feel like he's just decided that he's going to lose half MOV there. Maybe he anticipated a K turn.
potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been a reasonable decision. You know, there's always options that your opponent can choose that are completely separate to what you expect.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, yeah, so the shuttle can really get punished next turn. That's an interesting choice. Stream, what do you think? Do you think James was preparing for the K turn there and just sort of give him the jump, or do you think that he might have just been a bit too aggressive?
Now I've just noticed Whisper did not decloak. I don't even think that she took the
didn't have a cloak token. Right. No, so that's fine. That's probably all right though, because at this point James doesn't want to be too aggressive. If there was the K turn there, Whisper wanted to be able to kind of change directions pretty quick. So now she'll take the cloak. I love Whisper. I'm so happy that she's back. Well, great. I mean, in this kind of matchup, I guess. Yeah. I don't know if she'll get the cloak there either, but it doesn't matter because the 2 bank to toward the top of the screen. Oh, she's got it. Oh, maybe not.
We're just gonna very carefully.
It's in the middle, so that's
Out of range. Okay. And we've bumped Biggs, I think, just accidentally there.
Touch, yeah.
So
obviously, I'm out of range. There's the shuttle with a shot.
That's interesting. No shot
So
with
no
the shuttle.
shots across the
Okay,
board.
dials. All right, so the shuttle, I mean, look, you might want to put the dice on because, you know, the issue with the issue James would have here would be the fact that he needs to put as many red dice into this list as possible to try and remove some stuff. But I think that if we have everything 3 harding from Evan's side, we could probably get half points on the shuttle right now.
Does Biggs make it around the rock? I think he's okay with a 3 hard.
He might be. I think he would be all right with the 3 hard. But if you want to play it safe, you could probably just do a 1 bank. Or a 2 bank,
right?
Kind of to maintain the formation. I think the Ozatuk, the Lorik, I think Lorik will make a 3 hard.
Yes.
But it's hard to tell from this angle actually.
It's always challenging on stream. Distance is not your friend.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, look, I think Seb just said something on the stream.
Yeah.
3 bank bump with the shuttle next turn. Yeah. I don't know if a bump would make it, Seb. I think it's a bit too far away, but I'm not entirely sure. It is hard to tell. I would, so Casey, I would 3 bank left with the shuttle to try and get away from the jousting component or the jousting potential of Evan's list, because he is definitely in the position where he can lose half points there.
I think the 3 hard's the likely choice from Evan based on his decision making so far. It seems like he's keen to get into the fight, and he's not afraid of the rocks.
It's not bad either because the position where he is now probably puts Biggs behind a rock against Whisper. So unless Whisper can really dictate that range, she doesn't have a decloak token there. So I think that, I'm not really sure what Whisper does. Maybe just a 2 forward, take a shot, get a cloak token, try and play behind the rock to the bottom of the screen. But I think the shuttle is in a dangerous position right now.
A bank maneuver would not be the worst thing either. You might be able to cloak for this turn, and then depending on how far it carries you, decloak next turn and 1 hard. Just stay behind.
Yeah, bank could definitely do it. Well, I mean, what you could do is you could do a two bank to the right.
Yes.
Take a shot.
Yes.
Decloak back toward the bottom of the screen and then 1 hard. I think is exactly what you were just saying.
Yeah.
So that is definitely potential. But it is. I'm really worried about that shuttle right now. Stall, he could stall. And then bump potentially. But if he stalls, he doesn't get an action. He might be at range 3, maybe even 2. And I feel like you're just going to lose half points. That's the issue. Because half points on the shuttle is more than Captain Rex, and we need to do a lot more than that for James to win this match.
Yes.
This is a really interesting one. I love seeing the aces kind of try and pick the right targets at the right times.
I really enjoy your, because you can catch people out who've not faced it before when you do like the red turns on Whisper or the sloops on
Omega Leader, and these are not things that you would typically choose to do. But if he's in range 1, strip that stress off the ship, get your action, and really catch people out.
So Yor can stress and remove himself. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah,
but
it's another ship.
Yes, but so things that I've done in the past with Whisper is I use the similar setup with a debris close by to the shuttle at the start of the game.
Yep.
I'll just hop Whisper directly over the debris. Yor comes in 1 straight behind and takes it off. Whisper does not care.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the thing. I think a 3 bank to the left for Yor would have gotten him out of pretty much the majority of the firepower there.
He might have had Biggs and probably Lorik, but
maybe
otherwise,
Lorik.
yeah.
But I think now he's standing to really get punished there. This will be interesting because the thing is, who has initiative? It must be. Okay, so Yor will get to shoot before Captain Rex puts his suppression on, which is nice. Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting.
So
3 bank definitely would have bumped. You're correct, Seb. I misspoke there for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So that would have been a good one. You would have only had to take the shot from Rex and Lorik then, and I think you probably would have been all right.
I think you're right with the 2 straight for Whisper. Just now that Lorik for this turn anyway is threatening that tactician.
Yep. So Omega Leader will probably take a target lock on Biggs this turn.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
And just try and... What have we got, Seb? Oh my god. Would have been a double bump. It would have been a bump on Jess and Biggs. So that would have been a pretty good one. I would have said 3 bank the other way to just get out of there, to be honest, but then you could have just jammed in the shuttle consistently over the next few turns.
Oh, how far away is Whisper from Lorik?
Probably range 3.
Okay.
I would say.
I would hope.
So you got that 4 template in there. Or maybe you could probably fit the 4 template between Lorik and Whisper.
Yeah.
Yes. Very interesting. So I think, do you shoot Lorik here? You probably shoot Lorik.
I think you almost have to. You don't have Biggs in arc with Whisper. I think you're going to have to shoot at Lorik.
The reinforced token looks like it's actually on the back of the ship. Oh, interesting. I think he's just trying to shoot everything at Biggs. Get all guns on. Maybe.
Which is fair.
Yeah, which is fair.
If they don't K-turn after they bump, they lose shots in Lorik.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So they couldn't just keep consistently running away.
No.
Yeah. No, you're right, Seb. That would have been a master move, mate. Where are you? Why aren't you on the ACT team for New South Wales? Yeah. So all guns blazing on Biggs. Let's just see the dice box to see how much we're going to range 2 shot. Oh, don't roll in the dice box, mate. Okay.
All right.
2 hits.
And 1 focus. So naturals for Whisper.
Perfectly average roll there.
Yeah.
No dice. Okay.
Okay.
Spend a reinforced token for 1 shield off of
Biggs.
Off of Biggs. Fire control system goes on.
Yep.
Cloak goes on, and a focus goes on. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Have we forgot the fire control? No, I think he's just put it on there anyway.
I think he's put it on preemptively.
Okay. Oh, Omega Leader might not have a shot there.
Looks like he's going to have to shoot at low.
I'd prefer them to use the ruler because that you can see the wobble there.
Yes.
Might have to get a judge for that one. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Here we go. Yep.
Right. So there was a Mynock podcast 2 weeks ago. They were discussing with one of the TOs that does the Worlds and some of the big events, and he was also saying the ruler is really the weapon of choice for professional judges when it comes to arc calls.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the thing is, I mean, I have shaky hands when I'm holding a ruler. When I'm holding a laser. So I think, yeah. But it doesn't look like we've got range on Biggs now. So we're going to have to take a Lorik. Okay. We do have a Duke there, though. So how did Lorik get...
He has
Ray.
Ray.
Ray. Okay, fantastic. Yep, so he's probably going to spend it, I'd assume.
Okay, so
No, he took it.
All right. So now we've got shots back on the shuttle.
So this is where we're going to lose a lot, I think, in the
Yep.
shuttle. Okay, all good, all safe so far.
Not bad.
No, that was a shield. Okay. Scary stuff. Big's going in. 4 dice. Not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, the shuttle is on fire right now.
So Lorik is PS5, so he's now shot at this point. That must
Yep.
be Jess.
Lorik and Biggs have shot. That's Jess with the rerolls there.
Yeah.
We do have 3. Oh, no, that was the shuttle back
Ah, yes.
at Biggs. So we have a hit and a crit going through.
And,
And we've
draw
drawn their fire. Yep.
Right.
What does Omega Leader do next turn?
That's a fair question.
Probably just get out of there. Wow.
He-
Did you see? Captain Rex got completely destroyed just then. Oh, James is really bumping all the ships around. Okay. That's fine. We know where they are.
Yeah. Well, he also has the option of, depending on what you do with your, doing a 3 sloop or 2-3 sloop.
It's just a 2 sloop.
2 sloop. He's stressed, but your takes it off.
Yep, that's true.
And Whisper will decloak before that, so he's got the space.
So do we do a 1 forward with the shuttle, jam him in, allow the 2 sloop with Omega Leader, and try and kind of keep the swarm where they are in terms of position?
I think so.
Okay.
You can't stop them from K-turning if that's what they want to do. Lorik will probably do a 1 bank and try and threaten stress.
Or the shuttle stall, yeah, okay, fair enough. Hard turns are red. And there we go, we've already got half points on the shuttle. This is why I think either running or bumping, as Seb said, was the way to go. Shuttle stall is interesting. It doesn't prevent 2 hards though, guys, or 3 hards. So Lorik, Rex, and Biggs would be able to turn. Jess would get stuck. But if we're planning on, say, doing a sloop with Omega Leader or a K turn, I feel like allowing the swarm to turn would be a bit of a dicey move.
Yep.
Even banks are allowed if you stall, actually. So that's actually opening up quite a few options. And yes, Seb, you are completely right. Lorik did forget Tactician, so the shuttle wouldn't have been able to stall, but now it can, unless it's off camera. So very interesting. I don't know. I don't even know if K-turning with Omega Leader is the right move here. I think it's a bit risky. I think maybe a fast move forward, and then followed by a K-turn next turn.
Yeah. If you move the shuttle forward, you might have space for a hard 1 if we assume that we're going to block most of the formation from being able to turn in.
I think that's risky. I think that's really risky.
Yeah.
So Mechanical Ocelot, I think 2 hards. It's hard to tell from this angle, but I think Rex, Biggs, and Lorik would be able to fit in between the gap of the asteroid. Case. I think anything either 1 forward or 1 banking would be the move here with the shuttle. That's just my opinion, but it is hard to tell with this angle. We all know what Whisper's doing.
Yep.
Going to decloak to the bottom of the screen and turn 1 hard. But I think Omega Leader needs to go fast here and fast forward to try and avoid the worst of the blunt. Call me Bebs. We're talking about Captain Rex or Omega Leader there in terms of the hard one.
Yep.
Just in terms of being able to shoot the swarm. So this is interesting. I think Omega Leader is in a dicey position. Not being able to put the shots on Biggs there could have hurt a little bit because we did have that target lock.
Yes.
Yeah. I think, look, my call is that Omega Leader needs to move forward and then try and regroup next turn. And I think we need to jam up the swarm's position there while Whisper can just consistently try and put shots into Biggs because she can really play around here. She's got ability to left decloak, turn right, then left decloak again and run around.
The only problem is that her 4 dice are really going to struggle against R4D6.
Yes.
At this point, Biggs is still clear of stress. He's got his entire dial open to him. Next turn, he'll probably take as much stress as he can to blunt that attack. And selflessness is yet to be spent on Jess as well.
It is. Mechanical Ocelot. I would have probably done a 1 bank to the right or a 1 forward with the shuttle there, but he has stalled. I will be interested to see what Evan has done there. So Biggs, Jess is going to bump no matter what.
Yes.
I think Biggs also could bump, but if you move, say, Lorik and Captain Rex, so Captain Rex first, then Lorik, and then bump with Biggs, you can still dictate shots on the shuttle with a stop. So my moves there, if I was the Swarm player, would have just been hard turning everything.
Yes.
Probably a 3 with Captain Rex and Lorik to try and pressure Omega Leader. Maybe a 2 with Biggs. He would have bumped, but with R4 D6 and Draw Their Fire and Selflessness, I think he's probably still going to survive. That's really interesting. The stall there.
Has he stalled, or have they just remembered Tactician?
That is a good question.
Because the dial is still face down, and none of the dials for any of those.
No, you're right. Maybe James allowed the Tactician. Interesting. I think, Seb, they haven't even moved to activation phase yet.
But you're right. That's I was thinking the same thing. I realized there was no decloak yet. I'm like, no decloak and stalls happen. That's not good. Okay.
So we have a decloak. Yep. Absolutely to the bottom.
So if he does this 1 hard, is he threatened by Tactician from Lorik?
Could be.
So Jess is doing a 5k?
A 4k, yep.
4k, sorry.
She doesn't have any extra tech there. Okay, yep. So are we just K-turning? I don't think a 4k... Oh, 4k might clear it with the shuttle. What do we got?
What's the shuttle?
Yeah, I think he's just...
1 straight?
Yeah, going to 1 straight. I think that was definitely the move. Try and jam in this formation. That probably forces Evan to go forward. Because I was worried about the stall. I really think the stall could have allowed too much movement. So we're just turning around. Interesting. This is why I don't think that putting the shuttle where it was in the first place was the best move, because I think we're going to have the shuttle removed this turn.
That is a problem, because aside from Lorik, there is no single ship in this list, in the Fairship Rebel list, that is worth more points than Yor.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I think trying to move away with the shuttle, that two forward turn, I think the 3 bank to the left would have been the move. If they had have picked the bump with what Seb had said, that definitely would have been good.
Yep.
So Lorik's just going to stay where he is. So that might be an opportunity for them to jump on him and really try and remove him.
Yep. So he doesn't have selflessness. He does only have the Draw Their Fire. But Lorik's only got 1 shield left. If they take out all of the shields...
Yeah, then he's starting to eat crits. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Lorik's got to think much more carefully about when he draws.
Absolutely.
Just a bit of ship placement shenanigans going on.
So we could do, depends on if James considered, I don't think, considering that he went forward, I don't think he was anticipating a K-turn, which means that I think he's still doing the 1 hard with Whisper.
Yeah.
Which is the move. So he's
1?
done the 1 hard there. I don't think he was anticipating the K-turn. But that's probably a good thing. Doesn't look like we've got a bump there either.
No.
He's safe from Lorik as well. He could barrel roll back, avoid pretty much all of the shots except Lorik.
And he is?
Yep, and absorb the Tactician with Yor.
Yes.
Unless Yor gets removed first by Biggs.
True. Nathan makes a good point. Formation broken, game on.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, so, it'll be really interesting to see if Whisper can remove Lorik here.
Oh,
But that's dicey.
That's
That's probably that's pretty aggressive.
a barrel roll. I don't know if you.
I don't think you want a barrel roll, no, because you need to be able to decloak either direction of that rock.
Right.
Unless you want to barrel roll to the right and then decloak again to forward, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. For a second there, I thought Lowrick had arc on Whisper where he was.
Oh no.
But
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
Yeah, so he can't decloak forward. He can decloak left. I probably, in hindsight, would have barrel rolled to the right there, Ryan, to allow me to decloak forward and escape the joust of this list.
Yep.
We got hit crit on, I assume, bigs with one evade. Yep.
And no draw their fire available anymore.
Oh, okay. Oof. But he can integrated that. Thrust control 5 for a stress token.
Right.
He's going to boot direct hit, or maybe... Oh, so he can't draw their fire anymore, which is beautiful.
Yes.
But he will integrated astromech the direct hit. Yep.
Right.
Unless he's removed the stress one instead.
Yeah, but it's only hits. Selflessness can't take crits.
Very interesting. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, so they're just discussing the mechanics of selflessness. The argument being selflessness can only draw hits and not crits.
Sure. Right. Very interesting. So he has booted the stress remover, I think, instead of the direct, because you can see the direct damage on the card there.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's... very interesting. Did you want to remove integrated astromech?
Certainly. So we'll go over to Evan. We'll go integrated on Biggs.
Yep.
And gone.
Yep, beautiful. Okay. So now we've got a Mega Leader on Biggs.
3 dice.
So Mega Leader shooting bigs.
Oh, perfect hit. There we go. So selflessness, how many can selflessness pull?
2.
So
And he's got
Yep.
no...
that's very...
He's got no R4D6 because he spent it integrated.
that is that's very upsetting. So Jess has just taken... So he's got 1 natural evade and taken 2 from Jess. This is the beauty of this list. I can just see it. It's beautiful.
So I assume he must have used Palp previously?
No, I don't think he used it at all.
Oh, see, the opportunity to Palp the crit that couldn't be drawn away.
Ah, yes. That would have been nice. Yeah, that would have been beautiful. But he's probably saving it for the shuttle to try and keep it alive. But
Which is reasonable.
Yeah. So he's shooting at a Mega Leader there.
Yeah.
Now, around 40 minutes to go.
Yes.
So very, very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, poor
Just
poor
takes
Mega
3.
Leader there.
Why no juke? Oh.
Yep. The Duke.
Yeah.
The Duke was missed.
I wouldn't use it on offense.
Yeah, I probably agree there. Call me Babs. I would have probably used Palpatine on the offense there to absolutely remove Biggs.
Yeah. Looks like 2 hits and a crit on your.
Yeah, so he's out.
And blind pilot.
Shaken.
Or shaken. Oh,
Yeah. So captain's out. All right. Very interesting. So no more power. See, Whisper's in a bit of a pickle here. I think just 1 banks with. Oh no, we can suppress it as well.
Oh.
That's rough. Yeah.
Range 3.
Very interesting. Yeah. So what I would have maybe done in hindsight is gone for a barrel roll with Whisper
Yes.
previously, just instead of the focus token, and then gives you options to decloak both forward and right, and then do a maneuver. So yeah, no damage on Whisper, but it wasn't a very good roll.
No.
So yeah, I think that's a bit of an issue because Whisper can definitely be trapped here.
Yep.
We could see a decloak to the right and then just a 4 forward and try and bump in and see where that takes us. Because then we can, if it doesn't bump, we can also barrel roll out of arc.
Yes.
Yeah, what do we do with Omega? Maybe a 2 sloop to the right?
I suppose so.
Because it just comes in behind, right?
Yeah. You're only threatened by Lorik. It doesn't look like anybody else is going to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, so selflessness has been used as well.
Right. Good point. So let's get that off of Jess. Like so.
Perfect. Yep. Very interesting. Yeah, I think that we have to do a decloak to. Oh, it depends. Because if he, like, say, if James zigs and Evan zags, then we don't really have a. He can get pretty caught. Morgan Reed has joined us in the booth. How are you?
Tom, well, Ryan, yourself?
How'd you go?
Good, yeah. I played Dan Thomas from Mercenaries, who was running Miranda and Warden, both bombers. And I had Whisper, Inquisitor, Pelp Shuttle against it. So I got a good opening exchange and got Miranda to 2 hull, and then it was just tidy up after that.
Beautiful. So what we've seen here, Morgan, is the shuttle was probably a little bit too aggressive, allowing a K-turn behind it. And I think we also missed a Duke trigger, which could have removed Biggs from the game. So Whisper is in an interesting position here. What would you be kind of looking at doing from the Rebel side? Just a 1 bank to the left?
Okay. Oh, well, let me just have a look at it. I just walked in, so I'm trying to figure out the squads. So you got Fearship Rebel for Evan in South Australia.
Yep, and Mynock.
Versus Mynock from James. Okay.
With a Rebel captain.
Yeah, okay. And he's got K-turns all round. Okay. Whisper's untouched, and Omega Leader's down a hull.
Yep.
This is where you miss the old Whisper decloak rules, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Look, I think if I'm the Fairship Rebel, I think I'm doing a 1 bank left.
Yep.
And 2 bank, obviously, with Rex. And I think if I'm James, I think the percentage plays if you decloak right and a 2 forward, and you can probably do a barrel roll and arc dodge.
Yep.
But he's quite an aggressive Whisper player from memory, so he might go decloak left and then jam in a right 3 bank to try and get that range 1 shot.
Interesting. Yeah, I was talking with the streamers here. I probably would dial in a forward maneuver and then try for the barrel roll out, because assuming the 1 bank.
Yeah, sure.
We were talking as well. James took a focus token there, whereas I think I might have barrel rolled to allow me to decloak forward and all right.
Okay.
For the next turn, just determining. I mean, because we know that they're all stressed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I suppose the risk play for James is decloaking left and going that 3 right bank in case Evan picks it and then does a 1 forward.
Yep.
But
1 forward also might block up a 2 sloop from Omega Leader.
that's true. Yep. It should be right. So Biggs should be just in front of Rex. So I think Omega's fine for a sloop right.
But assuming that Jess moves first and bumps.
Jess is just the.
Jess is the black
of course,
one.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, well raised. Does he dial in a 4K?
He could dial in. I think that's probably untouchable right now. I think that's a safe move.
It's an interesting squad, this choice from James. I mean, he's a dedicated Mynock player. He's done quite well in the Store Championship seasons down in New South Wales. But I was looking at taking Mynock for Queensland. But the reason why I didn't was the matchup against Fairship Rebels.
Okay.
We thought it would be popular, and so I took Inquisitor to assist in defeating Fairship Rebels. Mm-hmm. Which in some ways is quite counterintuitive because it means they won't give me the matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
So it's going to be kind of your pick. Like you wouldn't be able to try and dictate that.
Yeah,
you would choose Fairship Rebels.
That's right. So Matt Robb, the Victorian captain, we played them round 1. He offered up Fairship Rebels, and we put mine up against it, but he denied it. I mean, he knows it's a bit of a counter. So
sure. Now this is interesting. We did see. So what we had was a very kind of left approach from Evan. So we had him turning toward the bottom of the screen, turning around this asteroid to the left of the screen.
Right.
And I think when that happened, James assumed that when he did a 3 hard around the asteroid, there would be a K-turn instead.
Right.
At which point he aggressively moved the shuttle into range, and kind of got it trapped and killed in 2 turns. If he had have moved the shuttle kind of toward the center of the screen, he wouldn't have had the red dice, but he also wouldn't have had Emperor Palpatine removed off the board, which is interesting. Like, do you take survivability over versatility from Emperor Palpatine? Like, you need to put red dice into Fairship Rebels. That's how you get rid of it. But do you keep Palpatine on the board and sacrifice 3 red dice and just try and do all of the work with Whisper?
Look, I'd prefer to keep Help alive in this one as long as possible, because his shots aren't going to get good value for money. They're going to get drawn off. Loic's got his reinforced token. You might not even get any damage through it all.
True.
So if you can keep him alive in the background and you get good position with Whisper will chew through this. It'll just take her some time. But as soon as that selflessness ship goes down, Whisper turns into a monster.
Yeah, absolutely. So selflessness has been used.
Okay.
So I think at this point we've only got Lorik drawing their fire. So Biggs is removed this turn, assuming. And then... Yeah, okay. So 1 Banks, yep, that's what I thought.
So it's a risky move from James. Now, just sort of looked at the board state a bit more. By him decloaking right with Whisper, Loic's going to get some good shots.
With Tactician.
He's got Tactician as well.
Tactician Ray.
That's assuming he doesn't get the bump on Omega and go for the Omega kill, which I'd probably take that if I had the option. Get it while Omega's struggling without actions. Yeah. But if he decloaked left and did the 3 bank, there's almost no way Loic would be shooting Whisper.
Yeah.
So, but he's quite an aggressive Whisper player, so...
Yeah. So I think that would have been your pick eventually. You would have arrived at the left bank.
I think so, because even if he goes after Whisper, he's in bad position and Omega's behind them.
Yeah.
So
either one of these aces can probably carry it to the end game.
I think Whisper's more likely to be able to carry it than Omega. I'm not sure Omega can carry it.
Sure.
She's got... she might be able to do it against 2 ships, but even then will be quite difficult. Omega doesn't do very well against the 4-ship types.
Yeah. So I'd hope for the K turn from Omega. See, a 3 forward with Whisper here would have been beautiful, assuming the 1 banks to clear the stress, and then you could barrel roll out of arc. But then Biggs probably remains alive.
I think if he does a 3 forward, he's going to any barrel rolls. He's not going to get a shot. So the 2 forward and barrel roll probably
gives him a shot on Biggs.
He's just going to have to go straight with Whisper and just token up, I think.
Okay. And just hope for the best.
Well, I mean, he's not dodging the Wookiee's arc. He's not dodging Jess's arc. Or if he does, he's not getting a shot. So he's quite aggressive with Whisper, and he normally relies on the tokens to do the damage.
3 forward. So he's at range 1 of Lorik right now. So no Tactician. What's he going to do? I think Biggs gets removed before he gets shot. So he'd take 8 dice.
Okay. So he's got the fire control on...
Yeah. And Rebel Captive.
Biggs. Okay, he's got the Rex's suppressive fire, though, so I think you take the evade. Yep, good play. And a 4K as well by Omega. That's good. Good play by James, I think.
No stress there, though? We'll put it on eventually. Yeah. So here we go. 4 dice.
Needs a good handful. Uh-oh.
Oh, no! It could do it. It could do it. We do have a crit pull, though, by Lorik, which is disgusting. Yeah. So he's going to have to spend the focus. Yep. So draw their fire from Lorik to remove the crit is what Evan just said. Yeah. So that's rough. I think Omega Leader can probably finish the job here.
She needs some nice naturals. Has she got an evade token up for June?
No.
No. Okay.
But she does have a target lock, and I think it might be range 2.
Okay.
Well, it's dicey. And they're going to check their range here. So I just wanted to say again, the Magic Vault and Isaac and Ryan here have actually done this incredible overlay and provided us microphones so we can actually hear what's going on for this. James and Evan are actually mic'd up, which is just absolutely fantastic. The technology that's gone into this event is pretty standalone, so we're very, very happy with it.
Yeah, right. So that the players mic'd up, is it just us that can hear them here, or can the viewers hear them as well?
Just us, the commentators.
Yeah, that's really handy.
I'm not sure what just happened there.
I think they might have rolled for was it range 1 or not?
Okay, yeah,
Potentially.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, does he have what's?
He's got the
That-
target lock.
He could, yeah, just spend the target lock.
I
Yeah,
think I would keep it.
you'd keep it.
I'll just keep it.
No modification. Oh, you can't modify
Biggs has
anyway.
got a no. Oh, has Biggs spent the focus?
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
Biggs is out. There we go.
Yeah.
Right.
Got him. Interesting. So, say for Whisper's trigger,
Yep.
does that pulled crit count as a hit?
Yes, it does. Yeah,
It does? Okay.
It does,
So
yeah.
he's got a focus and an evade.
that's right. She.
She, yep, of course. Yeah, no, I'm a heavy advocate for that. Would you have taken a reinforced token there with Lorik?
To try and keep Biggs alive? I think so. He's got the Wookiee Commando. No, he's got Tactician.
I think
and
he
Ray.
might have bumped.
He bumped.
The focus is from Ray.
Ray, yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. Yep. In the dice box, please. Looks like it's 4 hits. Oh my
Hey.
goodness gracious.
God bless you, Whisper.
Yep. Whoa.
That's fantastic.
So we were discussing that the silence of the new the new Imperial ship.
Yeah.
The title has the ability you can discard the title and reroll all your defense die once per game.
I quite like that. It's good for those clutch Imperial game losing rolls with your ace. So it's nice. It's a good trade off too because then you have to lose your
Predator.
your
Predator style.
mini reroll for your attack.
I think it's. I actually quite like the look of that ship.
Yeah, same. Expensive. I mean, it's going to be Whisper level expensive.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if it can have the same output as Whisper and have increased survivability.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is. So I think that might have just swung the game in James's favour. It depends on the moves here. Lorik's now stressed. Omega Leader's not in the best position either, with no tokens and a stress. So yeah, the moves. I'm not really sure what Rex does here. Probably a one hard left. Jess could.
So Jess is unstressed. Jess is probably doing I'm going to assume a 3 Talon roll left
Yep. Okay.
to try and get those shots either way. Whisper, we're probably going to decloak right and then a hard left 1.
Yep.
I mean, that's an obvious. He may do a decloak forward and a K turn. That's very risky though. So I think he's relying on the dice. So decloak right, hard left 1.
Take out Lorik.
Try and get some hits on Lorik. Omega just does probably the bank 2 right.
Bump.
You might bump something, but it's less shots coming your way.
Yep. Absolutely.
So yeah, I think you're right. Rex left turn 1. Lorik probably just a 1 forward.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Because both arcs are covered.
Yeah.
I think does the two decloak and then 1 hard left put him in stress range with Whisper? With Tactician?
I don't think so.
No?
He may have to. He may have to bank left to do that. I think it'll be range 1 if he just does a 1 forward. It's a
Okay.
bit hard with the angle on the screen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So in the comments on the stream, we've got Vel22 thinks Mynock's got this. Needs another good handful of dice from Whisper here, and I think if he gets through this next turn, is the danger turn for Whisper. He should be able to bring it home.
Absolutely. So I think we've the stream clock is a little under time, so we do have a few more minutes left on the clock than is listed. But you can also see James has scored 26 points to Evan's 32 up on the stream there in the top. So I think if we remove Lorik, I think it might be a done deal.
Oh, it's pausing.
Yeah, I think it's all right. So we're just looking at the stream. What we're seeing here is should be
Oh, okay.
the stream. Yep.
Got that pause. I'm not killing my partner.
Are you hotspotting? Are you? Okay.
My knowledge of technology is very bad, Tom. So.
Morgan and I am in the same boat.
All right, so there's point scoring on the stream. So you see James has got 26 on his name, and then Evan's got 32.
That's
right.
right.
The points they've scored
So far.
respectively. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really handy to have, actually. That's
Yeah, it's fantastic. So with Omega Leader somehow getting killed, it'll be 58 to Evan, and if we say kill Lorik, we would be 59.
Okay.
So it's basically down to those ships, I think.
Okay.
Omega Leader, yeah. Do you think Whisper's in the dicey position or Omega Leader here?
No, I think Whisper's in the danger position. So I mean, he does the right and probably a left one turn. I think Whisper's in the dangerous spot because Loic's going to have the 4 dice range 1 again, and then Jess is probably going to have 3 dice, maybe 4 at range 1 with a Talon roll.
Yeah.
If Jess does in fact lock in the Talon roll. So he rolled a great handful last turn, but if he rolls a handful of blanks, she just goes down.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jess will consistently hit for 3 or so damage.
Yeah. Yep. And good point there from the stream. Rebel Captive will limit how much the Wookiee can pursue. And bang on.
Here we go. Is that Talon roll? It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I probably would have been tempted to decloak a little bit backward with Whisper instead
So you
of
can
going
avoid
forward.
we can always barrel roll left here, I think, and
Yeah.
get out of Jess's arc. But then you haven't got your token for the defense.
And you're banking on trying to hit Lorik.
Yeah, which is, with either a reinforce or only 1 agility, it's reasonable odds with naked red dice.
So we've bumped the 1 hard there, unfortunately. Would have thought that it would have made it. It's
Yeah,
hard,
okay.
hard again to tell from the angle.
Yeah.
But, it's probably not bad because I think with that move you will have arc on Whisper to get the suppressive anyway.
Or potentially if Whisper barrel rolls left out of Jess's arc,
Yeah.
then Rex is probably getting a shot, so it's a good point. Assuming Whisper has done a left one.
Yeah. The K-turn wouldn't be nice right now, I don't think.
No,
with
it's
Lorik
very
coming
low
in.
percentages, but there's no real advantage in a K turn apart from trying to catch someone off guard. But I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm just going to... could you confirm how much time we actually have left on the clock?
Certainly,
Thanks,
Ryan.
Can James's gold chains pull him through? That's the question.
Gentlemen.
Hi, so Christopher Dunn from South Australia. Welcome to the commentary stream. Jump in.
Thank you.
So Tom's been the lead commentator here, and we're looking at one of your compatriots from South Australia, Evan Becker,
Yes.
versus James Harding, who's running Mynock Special.
Great. I've flown Mynock Special before, but I haven't flown Evan's list. I've flown against it. We've got 1 win, 1 loss so far.
Okay. Well, Whisper's gone for a very aggressive 2-turn.
That's
Okay.
very
Dangerous.
interesting.
It is, and I think I had Whisper for a left one to account for that Jess Talon roll, but as I said, James is quite an aggressive Whisper player. He's in a, we spoke about dice luck. He's in a difficult spot here if his green dice fail him, and he could potentially lose this game right here.
Yep. I wonder what he did with Omega Leader there, because she's still got a stress on her.
I think he did she did a 2 forward, but even if he did a 3 forward, still bumps, so maybe he just forgot to remove it.
Okay, sure. Yep. That's, yeah.
So it's interesting that 1 turn with Whisper, if he'd done that, she could then probably barrel roll left and probably miss the Wookiee's arc as well.
Yeah. But
So-
then not get a shot on the Wookiee.
Yeah, you can shoot Rex though, and I'd probably, Whisper loves nuking TIE fighters, so I'd probably have a crack at that one.
Very true.
But if you're watching on the stream, and I think that's the difference with Imperial Aces between really good moves and moves that are probably average. And I think a really good move was a left 1, and an average move is a left 2. And you can see the difference there in a left 1 is a barrel roll out of Jess's arc, potentially barrel roll out of the Wookiee's arc, and still shoot Omega. And then you can decloak left next turn, and you're right behind the stress ships.
Yep, absolutely.
Versus now, he's done an aggressive move, and dice might carry him through it, but he's
one
potentially
hit.
losing Whisper.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the reinforced token, that's quite upsetting. And I actually think he is getting shot by Captain Rex as well this turn. It will be close.
Yeah, hard to say on the angle.
2 hits with...
Okay, so that was Omega shooting Jess
with a reroll.
with a reroll.
So we're down to 3 hull on Jess.
Okay.
So the thing is, if Whisper gets killed, we have to... I mean, Omega will have to solo both Rex and Lorik, or one of,
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Oh my goodness.
How'd he go?
That's
Okay,
a-
so 2 naturals out of 4. That's probably better than average, plus
Plus an evade.
evade. Okay. Whisper's on 1 hull, by the look of it.
I think should be
She
one
survived. Unless Rex has got an angle.
Oh, should that not have been one shield?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I think. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I think the one hard kept him in the game there.
But I mean, that's how difficult or how important the manoeuvres are with Imperial Aces, especially with ships like Whisper. You do one slightly bad move or not the optimal move, and it just goes pop. So they're really difficult squads to play all day perfectly. If you do one mistake like that, I think it's now a good game.
Yeah.
Which is a real shame because I think James put himself in a good position, and it's probably just lack of experience. Maybe he hasn't been playing that long in New South Wales, and probably goes a bit too aggressive still.
Yeah, I think the one hard probably won him the game there.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, because I mean, removing Biggs in that last turn, having a mega leader in a particularly good position right now. I mean, it would have been particularly good with Whisper still on the board.
That's right. As we said, then Whisper would have been able to barrel roll left, then decloak left this turn. He's behind his whole squad, and she's just going to run amok.
Exactly. I think Lorik probably would have been removed this turn, or very close to it, because no K turn with the rest of the squad.
So, Christopher, how's Evan Becker been going against? He's done many matchups against Mynock in training.
No, he's never matched up against Mynock, to my knowledge. He's mainly been playing against TLTs.
Okay.
And my defender squad and the Racklow that Tom has.
Yeah, fair
also
enough.
flew against Miranda Nim a few times.
Yep.
If I remember correctly. He's done generally well with it. Like I said, we're 1-1.
Sure.
But he's been flying up for about 5 weeks now, I think, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. And how have you found the TLT matchup?
The TLT matchup didn't go well for the TLTs. We thought it would be a frog stomp, but the ability of the ships to just splash damage around, and if the reinforced token, or the ability for that list to soak damage while they're in formation is too good for TLT to overcome realistically. Especially if it is the Y-Wings, which can't really deflect the oncoming damage. We didn't test it against the TLT aggressors. They've got better agility, and the offense from the Rebel Swarm isn't that good. So that matchup may not favour these guys.
Okay, a couple of comments from the stream from Mechanical Ocelot. I think an ocelot is that some sort of tiger-type creature out of the Archer cartoon show.
I always thought that an ocelot was
a cat.
Was a fish.
I thought Ocelot was from Metal Gear Solid.
Or was that an aquatl? Axolotl?
Axolotl is.
That's a type of fish.
I thought. I think an ocelot is some sort of jungle cat.
Jungle cat.
Let's see if Mechanical Ocelot can let us know.
Please clarify.
Please clarify. So his comment anyway was good game, or will Amiga pull it off? I think that is good game. I can't see Amiga doing this, especially without her evade token up and a target lock in place. Look, he might do get out of dodge with a right 3 turn here or something crazy to just bank his evade and a target lock and maybe work it down. But I just don't think she's got the defensive power or arc dodging ability to win this game.
Shouldn't take Rex off the board. So disregard me.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Some comments from Val22. Why didn't Whisper have a focus or defense? Well, Whisper took the evade and then she didn't get a hit through, so she just had the evade token for defense.
Yeah.
I probably would have gone to 2 red. I think he's done the same thing, and I would have bumped here as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's going to take a stress token from that move, isn't he?
Yeah.
Unless he's just done a normal
2 bank. There you go. Mechanical Ocelot says it's a jungle cat.
Okay, very good.
Alright.
Very good, Morgan.
Thank you. I watch Archer. It's a great cartoon show.
learned a new thing today.
Good at playing X-Wing and apparently good at trivia as well.
Thank you.
There we
Cat,
go.
there you go. Lee 4416 says a cat as well.
That's Lee McMahon, Morgan.
Oh, is it? Go, Lee. How you going, mate?
Yeah, so I was really looking forward to that being. We've got this one. Just give me 1 second. The computer's it's closed in front of us, guys.
So we're just starting to see the stream comments for a second. The Tech Wizard's computer is on auto lock. We don't know the password. So, Christopher, how's South Australia? How did you guys go round 1? Did you guys have a win as a team?
We had 4 wins and 2 losses.
Oh, good.
But I don't know exactly who won what because I didn't have a chance to catch up.
Sure. Who did you play?
I played Ben, who had a yellow shirt. So
Canberra?
Canberra.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. That was a very close game. It literally came down to the last dice roll. And it was a very hard fought game. He's an excellent player.
Okay.
If we played it again, I don't know who'd win.
Sure.
How did you go? Sorry, Chris.
I just managed to squeak ahead on points when time ran out.
Okay.
I had a Riyadh on 1 hit point, and he had a Amiga on basically full health. But Riyadh some more points. So,
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So it went. But if if it hadn't gone to time, that would have been his game.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Amiga solos that all day, doesn't he?
Yes. I was pretty sad actually because I'd been trying to focus Amiga and I could never actually get her in Arc. So I was taking cheap shots at everything else, and then it's like, oh, all my ships are dead.
Yep.
So that was unfortunate.
Would a 1 hard have been the move there, Morgan?
For Amiga?
No, yeah, for Amiga.
That's what I would have thought.
I won't lie to you, I was too busy gobbing off
Yeah, I'll shut up now.
to look at the moves. I apologise to the streamers. Who got here? Ogilvy One Kenobi. Props to the production, audio and visual great. He's got a 55-inch, I assume it's a TV. Blue Mountains. It is, and look, it's been said a bunch of times, the Isaac and Ryan and certainly Tom when he's come up have done a great job with the audio and visual. Really appreciate all their hard work just off their own bat.
It looks absolutely fantastic. I believe that's Ian.
Is that Ian Ogilvy?
Yeah,
Rex
Ogilvy.
getting
Yeah.
wrecked.
Is he down in Melbourne now, is he?
Uh,
Blue Mountains,
Blue
sorry.
Mountains,
no,
yeah.
so my bad.
Was a Duke there? Yeah. So
Ian. Now, he would have been close to making the team, wouldn't he? He's a pretty
Would've.
handy player.
Absolutely, yep. It was actually Ian, myself, and Lee McMahon formed the team for the first qualifying tournament.
Strong.
And unfortunately, New South Wales, due to a venue change, wasn't able to host a second one.
Sure.
So it went off store championship wins at
Okay.
that point. But yeah, we had a great time. We had a really great time.
Excellent. Seb Zaff, I assume that's Sebastian?
It is.
Now, why isn't he in your team this year? He got Best Rebel last year.
Hang on, no, Seb Zaff is not.
Oh,
I
it's
think,
not, okay.
the little Nev is Seb.
Okay.
Look, I asked him on the stream, and he said he was cut because he's too crap.
Really? So he-
Seb did win Rebels, Best Rebels in 2016
Yeah.
Australian Team Championships. I think he's just very busy with work at the moment.
All right, so back to the game. Amiga leader's in a... It's good she's got her evade up, and she rolled some beautiful natural evades there to keep it. Does he go aggressive for a sloop and try and get some damage into Rex? Or does he just do probably a right 3 turn
Probably
and then put a target lock up?
Probably a right 3 turn. He's got 9 minutes on the clock to potentially remove Lorik.
6.
We're 3 minutes behind, I think.
No, Isaac's fixed it.
Oh, okay, sure. So we actually only have 6 minutes.
6 minutes left. Okay. And Lee, I freaked out your wife. The TV was talking to you. It was, and it still is. So let me give you some bank details for transfers. Subliminal messaging. You're famous, Lee. Just tell your wife you're an X-Ring hero.
And we're your fans.
We are. I'm a fan of Lee.
He's a good guy.
Get you sign my damage deck. There you go.
Lee and I had a great game against each other flew down to Sydney for regionals, for Sean Darby's his maiden store regionals. And Lee and I played in the Swiss. We had a really good game. He's a good player, Lee. All right, what does Amiga do?
Yeah, we've done the 3 right hard.
Okay, yep.
Probably put a lock on. Would you say Lorik? Oh, you could actually.
Yes.
So points-wise, I mean, he's only got 5 minutes. Who's got the most points that can give him something?
Jess probably achievably can give him the most points.
Jess
Okay.
could also have killed him.
Actually, you know what? Jess because modifying counts as the roll. So yeah, I believe that Jess would probably give him some more points.
All right, so if you're James here, you're putting your dial down as fast as possible, and he's probably doing... it's between a 1 and a 3. I'd probably go for a 3 to get some range against the other ships. 3 right
I probably
turn.
would have gone with the 1.
Okay. We think Rex is probably going to do a 2 left bank and a barrel roll. I'd say barrel roll probably left to allow space for Loic and Jess. Jess is probably just doing a 1 bank right, and Loic's probably doing maybe just a 1 forward.
Probably just the 1 forward.
Yep.
I can smell the pizza, Morgan. Can you smell the pizza?
I can't.
Yeah.
My sense of smell is
There you
all
go.
but gone.
Well,
so-
just another shout out to the Magic Vault, shouting all players here free pizza for lunch. So just the technology support, the player support, and the venue support has just been absolutely phenomenal at the 2017 Australian Team Championships. So,
Agreed. Very kind of the Vault to put on free lunch. They didn't have to do it. They wanted to do it, and they're really keen to support X-Wing, and they're rapt to have us here, which is good. All right, so here we see the Rex 2 bank. Does he barrel roll? Probably left, as we said before.
puts a suppressive fire on a mega leader, which really dampens the ability for her to then remove Jess.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Unless we can get Jess removed. We could get a... Could we get a 3 dice here? 3 dice primary from Omega? Probably not.
I don't think so, no. So he's gone aggressive on a 2 bank?
3 bank.
3 bank, was it?
Oh, sorry. I'm talking out
Oh, for Loic, yeah.
I'm trying to guess. I would have done a 3 hard here and barrel rolled in.
1. I think he's got to take a target lock and...
Yep, hope for the best.
I mean, yeah... Target lock and, I don't know, you're running out of time, try for a 4K next turn for some MOV, or do you just keep your own alive for your MOV?
Just 1. Probably going to be a damage here, though. Yep.
Okay.
So we got 2 left. Try and keep her alive. She's probably going to have to burn the evade token here, though, unfortunately. But we've got the lock for the K turn next turn. Or a sloop.
Sloop, yeah.
Probably.
Oh, he's probably going to be... I mean, there's a high risk because, you know, the Loic can probably cover it, smother it the K turn.
It is unfortunately range 2 from Loic Tactician, so
Got a rock.
no
Oof.
turns are going to be...
Oh,
Okay.
that's bad.
It's very handy, that Tactician.
Tactician Ray seems good. I like
It is, yeah. I mean, I think I'm more scared of the Wookiee Commandos, to be honest. Initially, looking on paper, I was worried about Tactician Ray, but after naturals.
Can't touch that.
That's the third 4 naturals
Yeah.
just rolled
Yeah.
this game.
I'd rather be lucky than good, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But, you know, so I was initially scared on paper of the Ray Tactician, but it's actually... It depends. If you've got reposition ships, it's quite easy to avoid. Whereas the Wookiee Commandos with the rerolls and the reinforce is just punishing. Constant rerolls.
So damage and... Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got your reinforce for your mitigation, and you got your Wookiee Commandos for your offensive support.
absolutely.
So it's a heavy hitter.
This could be it.
2.
Looks like it is. No, we've got 1 left. 1 hull left on a mega leader.
Okay, so they're going to get their dials down for 1 more turn
Yep,
to
for one
James
more
try
round.
and get the MOV. So if you just James, you're just slamming in a move, just a 1 forward on Jess and getting your dial down before the time goes.
Evan, yeah.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
Evan.
For
yeah.
a 100 nil. I think it will be 100.
It won't be 100 nil. Biggs is down.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
100 to 26, maybe. Unless Omega just does a 5 forward here and tries to... even Loic catches her on the...
I think so.
Yeah.
And stressed is already at the moment too, so that limits the options she's got available.
So, I mean, you could look at a Jess 4K if my angles line up all right, to try and guarantee a shot on Omega, but I think you just do a 1 bank left, try and block Omega, and then Loic does a 1 forward and Rex does a 3 bank right. I think
Try
2
to
bank
range
might be
1.
too close to the rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could also 3 bank onto the rock because he would not expect to go there, but you only have 1 hit point left, so that's 50% chance of death.
That's a good point, actually. I mean, you could try and do a big 3 left bank or a 3 right turn to save your own MOV.
If there was 2 hull, that's the move I would do
Sure.
to get 100% get out of arcs.
Yep. Okay, so 4K. Very nice.
Don't think you'd escape Jess's arc, though.
No.
But there would also have been a lock on Jess so that she couldn't.
Yep. Good
point.
Modifiers,
Good point.
and
Yep.
you have a rock for obstruction as well. Yeah, so the 2 bank there, I think, yeah. And then just a straight move with Loic, just a 1 forward. Fantastic plays from Evan, actually.
Strong.
Yeah, I wasn't particularly impressed with the opening.
Yep.
But then I think that James fell into the trap of being a bit too aggressive and too hungry for early MOV off the Fairship Rebels. I think losing the shuttle particularly early was definitely... Oh, he's...
Hey, Christopher's picked it.
I was going for the safe.
Well
one.
done. Safe.
That's probably a better move. Now he has to eat 1.
So it's interesting you say that, Tom. Like early Evan might have played quite, not optimally or poorly. I think you underestimate if you haven't played on a stream at a big event. And you're not,
absolutely.
You get quite nervous when you first do it, or you can get quite nervous. So you can be quite rattled, and it takes you a while to warm into your game.
So it wasn't necessarily poor plays. It was just something that I wouldn't have expected.
Sure,
I think
okay.
it opened up predictable moves from him for the first few rounds.
Sure.
But I think James saw that as an opportunity to pounce, and unfortunately it just didn't go his way.
Sure. So Seb Zaff is Seb.
Is it is?
He's on his phone Twitch account. He can prove it. My greatest victory was versus Morgan at Regionals. No, I don't think you've ever beat me, Seb. I think that's not you.
Wait, are you the Morgan that was on Mynock Squadron podcast recently?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I listened to that. It's good to hear from you.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Rounds ended, guys. So that is a 100 to 26 victory for James. So very, very